Hello everyone. In this session, we will guide you through the Excel file, which is designed for uploading leave-related information. We will walk you through each sheet step by step, explaining the purpose of each column and the expected format. We will also show you some sample values so you can confidently complete the template for a successful upload into the system. We will begin with the instruction sheet, and it is your reference guide. It provides an overview of all the sheets that are included in the file, outlines the mandatory fields, explains any dependencies between the sheets, and defines the input rules that should be followed while you are entering the data. For more guidance, we recommend that you watch the Data Template Overview session. This helps you understand and apply the instructions effectively. Next is the Employee Leave Sheet. This sheet is used to get the details of all employees who have applied for leave on or before the cutoff date, which is just before your organization goes live on the new system. Each row should include details such as the employee ID, leave type, leave period, and the status. The data you enter here will make sure any pending or approved leaves are carried forward correctly into the system. Then we have the Employee Leave Carry Forward Sheet. This sheet is used to record the leave balance that is carried forward from the previous year. This balance represents any unused leaves that employees can carry over based on your organization's leave policy. The carry forward balance you enter here will be added to the current year's entitlement after go live. This will show up in the total available leave balance for each employee. So, accurate population of this data is very important for continuity and for compliance with all your leave policies. You will also see a list reference sheet. It contains all the standardized drop-down values and lookup codes that are used across the main sheets. You should refer to this sheet to keep consistency and to prevent data entry errors. Let's now walk through the Employee Leave Sheet. We will now go column by column to explain how the data should be filled in, and we will use sample values to show you. Let's cover the organization. You should enter the name of the organization where the employee is currently working. If you are uploading leave data for multiple organizations, you need to make sure you group the data by organization. You should enter all records for one organization first, and then you can move to the next. Now, this is an important point. The organization name has to match exactly with the master data. Any mismatch will result in errors during your upload. For our example, we will use the name Sonica Ventures, which is the same organization name that we have used in the other templates. Let's cover the employee number. This is the unique ID that is assigned to each employee. It has to be accurate and it must match the employee details that are in the master data. For our example, we are using employee number 3420011. Then you have the employee name. You should enter the full name of the employee, just as it is in the employee master data. It should match exactly with the same spelling and the same sequence. In our case, the employee name is Abdul Ahmed. Let's talk about leave type. You need to specify the type of leave the employee has applied for. This must match the value that is defined in the leave configuration template, and it should be selected from the list reference sheet. For example, Abdul has applied for annual leave, and that must be entered exactly as it was configured earlier. Then you have the category. You will define whether the leave is paid or unpaid, based on the leave policy of your organization. This should also match the configuration that was done in the leave type sheet. For annual leave, the category is marked as paid. Let's talk about the half-day column. This column will capture if the leave was for a full day or a half day. If it was a full day, you will enter N, and if it was a half day, you will enter Y. In our example, you can see this. Abdul's first leave record is for a full day, so we will enter N. In another leave entry, he applied for a half day, so we will enter Y. Now for the leave start date. This is the start date of the leave, which is from when the employee begins their time off. The leave end date is the last date of the leave, or when the employee is expected to return. These are the key fields that you need to complete in the employee leave sheet. By making sure there is consistency in the names, IDs, and leave types that you have defined in your configuration and master templates, you will ensure a smooth and error-free data upload. Now, let's go to the Employee Leave Carry Forward sheet. This sheet is used to upload the leave balances that employees are carrying forward from the last year. These balances will get added to the current year's entitlement after we go live with the new system, so it is important to make sure all information is entered correctly. Let's go through each column one by one. For organization, you will enter the name of the organization that the employee belongs to. You need to make sure that it matches exactly with what is defined in the master data and is the same as the name you used in the employee leave sheet. In our example, we will continue using Sonica Ventures. Let's cover the employee number. This is the unique employee ID, and it must be the same as the one you have in the personal information data template. You should double-check for any typing errors or extra spaces because any mismatches will cause a failure during the upload. Then you have the employee name. You need to enter the full name of the employee exactly as it is recorded in the master data. Just like the employee number, this must match the personal information template. Make sure the spelling, the format, and the spacing are all correct. Let's cover leave type. You will enter the leave type for which the carry forward balance applies. This must match the leave type that is defined in your leave configuration template. For example, annual leave or other types. Next, for the carry forward number of days. This is the number of unused leave days from the previous year that the employee is eligible to carry forward into the new system. For instance, if Shaky Mom had 5 unused annual leave days, you will enter 5 here. Let's cover the batch name. This is used for grouping and for tracking the uploaded data batch. You can enter a name such as Annual Leave Carry Forward, January 2025, or use any naming convention that your team follows. It helps in identifying and for validating the data during the upload process. With this, you have now learned how to accurately complete the employee leave and the carry forward leave data templates. We hope this session will help you fill the data correctly and make sure you have a smooth transition during the system go live. Thank you for attending.